Alright, I'm on page 47 here, and we have girl on a bicycle and boy on a bicycle. So we're gonna run these here together. And they're kind of playing off of this idea from page 46, where we want to know where the tonic and the dominant is. The tonic and the dominant. So if we're in like a C scale, C would be your tonic, G would be your dominant. Don't worry too much about this. We're kind of just front loading some information there. It's good to know, but it's not crucial. So let's dive right into this. So if we're looking here, girl on a bicycle is kind of running this right hand line up and down with a little bit of support in the left. Then they flip it for boy on a bike and they run the melody in the left hand and just have a little bit of support with the right. So they're not explicitly telling us to do this, but generally speaking, it's a good idea to make our melody a little bit louder than our supporting notes. So in this case, I would say for the first one, try to keep your right hand a little louder than the left, which is usually the case. But then when we get into, boy on a bicycle, we're gonna maybe try to bring out this left hand a little bit more than the right hand. So this is called balance. We don't really want to play both hands the same volume. We kind of want one hand to shine out over the other one, but that's getting a little high level maybe for Faber 1, but hey, it's something to consider. So what do we got going on here for girl on a bicycle? It says wheeling along, whatever that means, I guess pretty quick. So they have one in the right hand on our treble C, which we should know now. So not middle C, but this one. Then this 5's going down here. So 5's still in good old C position. So it's like we had our regular C position, but we're just moving that one up an octave there. I think that's the only real shenanigans I'm seeing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do girl on a bike, do it nice and slow so we know what's going on. And they say mezzo forte. So they're really just kind of working this up and down pattern, and that's what this is all about. All right, here we go. Okay, nothing too crazy there. This is a good opportunity to really make sure we can move through all of our fingers cleanly, especially if we're trying to go a little quicker. So one thing you might notice, you might hear something like, right? And we get a little unevenness, especially 4. 4 is a real stinker when it comes to these kind of patterns. So yeah, playing this one, nice and even and slow. Don't worry about going too quick and get each note nice and clear. All right, that wasn't too bad. Let's check out this boy on a bicycle. So it's basically the same thing. Again, the hands are just trading roles. Same position and all that, though. And then they do give us some finger numbers at the very end for left hand. Nothing circled, though, so we shouldn't be moving anywhere. But when I see a lot of finger numbers, that kind of makes alarm bells go off because something's different. So let's take a look at this pattern here real quick. Starting with that 4 there. All right, it's like we're skipping some notes and kind of outlining a C chord there. A little tricky, but nothing too crazy there. So let's see what this sounds like. Okay. So neither of these are exceptionally hard, but I will say the second to last measure is where they'll get you. So if you're cruising up and down, then you get to that last part. Oh, that's a little trickier to get us fast, so be careful there. Same with the left hand. That'll sneak up on you if you're not ready. So it'll be another opportunity to be like, hey, are we speeding up some parts of our playing and slowing down the hard parts, which is a bad habit? If so, let's try to keep the pacing nice and even for all this, right? So since the reading's not too crazy on this one, hopefully, we can focus a little more on some of those technical aspects while we're here. What do they say at the end? Pieces usually end on the tonic. Do both of these songs end on the tonic? Yes, they do, because they end on C, and that's tonic, where G would be our dominant in this case. Again, if they forget some of this stuff, not a big deal, but it's good to know. So, all right, that's it for that one. On to the next one.